He's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demons' first trial in 2023.
No, but let me repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for a week. And then I'm asking for at least a day or two.
Can you decide by tomorrow? I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
How many rounds were inside of the car?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that was Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Okay.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
With Williams admitting the suspects had to be in the back left seat, Juvie's mother revealed who was sitting there.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamell.
Did you hear? The YNW Melly case just took another wild turn. Judge Martin Fein has officially set the date for Melly's second bond hearing. It's going down on Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. His defense attorney, Raven Liberty, is stepping up once again to argue for Melly's release. And according to insiders sitting in the courtroom, Judge Fein might actually be considering something major: dismissal. Yes, you heard that right. Courtroom insiders say Judge Fein is visibly frustrated. He reportedly feels like the prosecution isn't taking the case seriously, calling their handling sloppy, failing to follow court orders, showing up unprepared, and treating the case like it's just some minor inconvenience. That frustration led to Melly's legal team stepping in strong, laying out the argument for his release in plain terms. They reminded the court no firearm has ever been recovered. Not just that, they also presented GPS data and text messages that reportedly show Melly running down the street during the time of the crime. Their point? Melly wasn't even at the scene when everything went down. Then came the unexpected. Judge Fein stunned the courtroom when he said Melly should be considered for release on bond while awaiting trial, stating that holding someone for years without a conviction is, in his words, just not right. Melly has now been locked up for a staggering 2,159 days. Nearly 6 years with no verdict. But that wasn't the only headline in court. Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah, who's also been caught up in the media circus, posted a heartfelt statement after being allowed to go home. She wrote, "To my village, thank you. I love y'all so much. God's plan, not mine." She made it clear she didn't appreciate the way her name had been dragged across the news. What's more unusual, though, is that Judge Fein is putting the pressure back on Melly himself, demanding he make an informed decision about who he wants representing him in court. No more delays. This judge is done with the endless back and forth and wants the trial to finally move forward. But just as Melly's team started to feel the momentum shifting in their favor, the prosecution came out swinging hard. They introduced a new alleged motive for the double murder. According to testimony from a member of the OLOC group, Melly was allegedly motivated by money. The claim? He wanted a bigger share of profits from the YNW brand, concerts, merchandise, brand deals, while his friends Sack Chaser and Juvie allegedly didn't contribute much. The disturbing twist? This motive was supposedly revealed to King Von, who allegedly passed it along before his death. Even more damning, prosecutors referenced a video found on Melly's phone, pulled from someone's Facebook, showing Melly and co-defendant Cortland Bortland Henry looking happy and carefree just hours after Sack Chaser and Juvie were killed. No remorse, no grief, just chilling behavior for two men who had just lost their best friends. Then came the forensic bombshell. Sergeant Williams, a crime scene investigator, revealed that based on the evidence inside the Jeep, the shots were fired from the back left seat. And according to Juvie's mother, that's where Bortland was sitting. Here's where it gets real messy. Prosecutors now want to try Melly and Bortland together. Their strategy? If Bortland knows he didn't pull the trigger, he might not be willing to take the fall, and could point the finger at Melly instead. That's huge, especially since Melly's own lawyers previously tried to pin the blame on Bortland in the first trial. And Bortland's not staying quiet. After hearing this strategy, he tweeted, "Mind games don't work on people like me," alongside a handshake emoji, a cryptic message that's fueling rumors of a potential deal in the works. But Melly's problems go way beyond the courtroom. Investigators discovered alleged witness tampering linked to Melly, and it's serious. Disturbing material was recovered from Mariah's iCloud account, suggesting that Melly tried to pressure her into not testifying. That's a whole new charge, and witness tampering alone can carry a life sentence. If charged and convicted, that would be an entirely separate case on top of the double murder. More charges, more lawyers, and more money. In fact, Juvie's father has reportedly launched his own investigation into the alleged tampering, and prosecutors believe this is exactly why Melly hasn't been allowed phone access in jail. His mother, Jamie King, recently spoke out, calling it unfair and expressing heartbreak over what her son has endured during his years behind bars. But that's not all. In the middle of all this legal chaos, Jamie King made headlines of her own. She revealed that she started a fans account, yes, the subscription-based kind, while Melly's been on trial. She says it's not about money, but social media had a field day with the announcement. DJ Academics tried to defend her, but the internet wasn't buying it. And then came another layer of drama, this time from inside the family. Melly's own brother went on record in an interview and ripped into him for how he's been spending money. He didn't hold back, and it gave the world a glimpse into the tensions inside the YNW circle. Jamie insists she started the account to distract herself from the emotional toll of the trial, and Melly from behind bars has reportedly had to check on her mental health more than once. This case isn't just about courtroom evidence anymore. It's about broken friendships, family fractures, and a rapper whose fate could be sealed not only by bullets, but by texts, videos, tweets, and betrayal. And with May 6th just around the corner,